Here is how you will access your office hours and ensure the settings in your office hours Collaborate Ultra page are correct. So you've been added to the Langley All Students course and you've been added as an admin. You'll know this by the little badge up in the corner. Please note that your admin access is to access your Blackboard Collaborate office hours only. Please do not post any updates, change any settings, or include any other materials in the Langley All Students course. We're going to go to your All Students course center here. Next, you'll want to go to Collaborate Ultra, and so that's down here on the side. You'll notice when you get in that there are a lot of office hours in here. There's 13 different pages of them because there's one for each teacher and for some other support staff. So rather than clicking through every page trying to find your name, the easiest thing to do is to search the sessions. So let's say that you have a middle name in the middle, or a name in the middle of the alphabet. So let's say that you are Chris McComas. So you can just search and voila, your session will come up. Your students can do the exact same thing. What you want to do today to make sure your office hours are set up correctly is go and click on the Session Options button here. You're going to go to Edit Settings. In your settings, you want to make sure they have the following. They should not have guest access. This should be an open session that starts on Monday the 14th at 8 a.m. and it has no end. So that means this is accessible through the end of the year. Should things change this year, we'll change the settings, but for right now, we're just going to leave it open. Next, you're going to go to Session Settings here at the top, and you want to make sure the following settings are in place. You want to make sure none of the participant permissions boxes are checked. When you go in with a student, you can do one of two things. You can allow them to share these things and then make sure that before you and the student leave that these are all unchecked. Or you can elevate the student to a presenter while they are in the course, and then once they leave, you can remove them. You also want to make sure it has participants can chat privately only with moderators so that way they can't have any kind of private chat if you're not there. You may also wish to hide profanity in chat messages. Those are the settings we want while you have the students in there. Also, your default attendee role should always be participant. The last thing you want to check is to make sure that your name is spelled correctly and that office hours is spelled correctly with proper capitalization. The only other thing you may want to look at is if you have a common last name. I've tried to include your subject area. So for example, I tried to include for the Freemans and for Srance and Scrance, I tried to include those things. But that would be the only way that we would want to change this. We want this to be systematic so that every student is looking by last name only for the teacher. Please do not change anything else here unless it is misspelled or unless if there is a duplicate, please feel free to delete. I'm sure I made a mistake somewhere. Thank you, and please let me know if you have any questions.